Hey, what's up? How you doing today? I'm making this video in honor, question mark, of my sister Chatty Cathy, who had spotted a nail in her tire recently, and I told her over the phone or through text to squirt the nail with some soapy water. That's all you got to do. Well, she seemed to think that was a very strenuous, brain-straining endeavor. So here's what it looks like. It doesn't have to be soapy water, whatever kind of soap. Windex, I don't care. Just grab something and squirt it. So that is what a slow leak looks like, okay? It's blowing bubbles. And that's a nail that I plugged a month ago, 2 months ago or sometime, and it's leaking slow. It wasn't leaking when I first plugged it, so I don't know. It's been hot outside, so who knows. But my other tire was flat as a pancake when I walked out here earlier, so I knew something was up. So here's what hold on, grab my soap. Here's what a fast leak looks like, because this tire was flat as a pancake. I got a piece of sheet metal in there. So that's a fast leak. So that's all there is to it. That's all you need is some soap. If think you've got a leak somewhere in your tire, it could also be a loose valve stem. It could be an old tire or something that's leaking between the tire and the rim, the bead. This looks like a jagged piece of sheet metal. So anyway, I might as well show you how to plug a tire. And if somebody tells you, oh no, you can't plug a tire, then shut your face, okay? If it holds air and saves your tire, it's good, okay? There's some politically correct smarty pants is probably going to say something, but anyway, grab you some diagonal cutters, aka dikes, pull the nail out. And then you go down to Wally World or wherever, every store sells these. Even grocery stores. You buy your reamer and your plugger. This, when you buy it brand new, the knurled pattern on this shank is sharp. Mine I've used so much it's pretty smooth, but I'm going to still keep using it for a minute, I guess. You jam that in there to keep the tire from going completely flat. A lot of times it's easier to take the wheel off. Then you try to ream it out, ream the hole out good so that the plug will stay in there and seal. Then you grab your piece of beef jerky, that's what I call it, because that's what it looks like, which it's a piece of rope or something covered in sticky stuff. And then stick that in your T-handle tool here, thread it through the needle there. Then you jam it in and twist it if you want, about halfway into almost all the way in, but make sure some of the plug is still sticking out, and then you pull it out. Now, depending on what size the object was that was in there, it's either going to be tight, and especially if you got a worn out reamer like mine, but if it was a tiny little, I had a thumbtack. Look, I saved it. I had this was in another tire recently. If you can see that. I can't tell if it's focusing. Let me turn some more light on. Dang, what was I thinking? So that tiny little thumbtack was in a tire recently. I had to plug that. If it's real small like that, depending on how hard you ream it, I guess, I have actually had to use some liquid hand soap for a lube to get the plug in because it was so tight in the hole. But other times, if it's something bigger, a big size screw or a bolt or some jagged something, you might want to use some glue add some extra glue on the plug. You can use some spray adhesive is pretty helpful. and user friendly. And if you've got, last but not least, if you've got one that's really pesky and hard to seal, you can use some of this green slime stuff, squirt it in the valve stem. But that's it, man. That's it. Hey, if it seals and holds, you know, 30-40 pounds, I try to run my tires at low 40 psi to try and get better mileage. But as far as gauges go, I like these little analog type. I got this one years ago. I wish I'd have got it. Wish I'd had this sucker in high school. But well, it's a slime too. But it's all made in China. So anyway, I hope that helps somebody. If you got a nail in your tire, good luck. Don't stress it. It's no big deal. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Take care. Have a good one.